Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Miss Senseless, and I'm here to show you guys how I got this look using the new Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey. I love this powder. Oh my god, you can tell by my skin. Look at it. It is flawless. I love it. Love it. So I'm going to show you guys how I got this. Some of the video here is kind of like sped up a little bit because basically you guys know how to put on makeup by now. This is my Fenty primer, Pro Filter primer that I'm putting all over my face right now. I had already did my brows, so I mean, we have seen brow tutorials on many platforms on this on YouTube, so pretty much just kind of putting that, getting that all up in my skin there. And here goes that there, that's my Sacha Buttercup. What I started doing is a new technique where I'm actually putting it on over my primer, and then I usually put my foundation on. So it's pretty much because I have oily skin, and it really helps. I put it all over my face, so in that way I won't be so shiny throughout the day using, you know, while I'm running around or whatever the case may be, doing whatever. And I tend to get shiny really in my T-zone area, but especially when I went to New York, oh my god, doing this was really good. This was only like about a month ago. So this is my new technique, and I'm using a powder puff or a puff, you know, and it's pretty good how to apply that using one of those. It's kind of simple. Now this, I started using this Mercier Flawless Foundation, and when I tell you guys, this gives you such a matte finish, and it's very light. You'll see as I'm applying it, it is really good. I mean, it makes you look so natural, really natural. And you can see it has that, I have olive undertone skin, but you're gonna see once this dries down, it looks really natural. And you can see I only put on one layer. You can use this, you can build this, but for me, I'm like more of a natural coverage. I don't like a ton of foundation and makeup and stuff like that on my face a lot of the time, because I like, you know, a light and more natural kind of finish. And I'm just kind of putting this with a damp beauty blender all over my face, and I'll let you guys pretty much watch this. It's really good. See, look at that. It gives you a really nice natural finish. I mean, you can't, I was too happy with it. See, look at me. Too happy with that. You cannot go wrong with that. Amazing. Now that's the Fenty primer, and I can't remember what shade it is, but I'm going to list at the bottom, and that's what I use for my brows. And that's my Covergirl. And I use actually two different kinds. I use a more closer to my skin color, because one of them, they're really bright. And here go. I couldn't. I can't really get like the perfect shade. So what I had to do was mix it to get that perfect shade, and it actually came out really good. So I use a dark one. I'll list the names of them in the description below. And like I said, this light one, and you'll see it blended out really well. And it dries down really quick. That's another thing too with this Covergirl concealer. It dries down really quick. So you can't let that kind of sit too long on there, because then you'll look, I don't like the way how it looks when it dries down too quick. See how it kind of looks, and I decided to put a little bit more just to brighten up the under eye a little bit more, not too much. I've learned my lesson using this concealer, and that's, like I said, that's the reason why I actually mix them, because it gives me that perfect shade. And mind you, I have 3 of these things in different shades. And I wanted to say this one here was probably the golden amber. I'm not too sure of which one it is, but like I said, I have 3 of them, but I'm gonna list them in the bottom. Here go, my Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey. And when I tell you, it is very, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it is really good. When you set that under eye, I didn't even have to like brush any excess off, because there was nothing really to brush off. It was just sitting there perfectly. Like, amazing. You cannot go wrong with a powder like that. That is the perfect setting powder. No flashbacks or anything. Nothing. I'll let you guys take a look at this. And it goes on so perfect with the powder puff. So, I mean, and it smells good. See, that's another thing too. It smells amazing. I have sensitive skin, and because of that, I thought that my skin would break out to a lot of these products that have scents and fragrance. But my skin is not, it doesn't break out to those things. It breaks out more to more harsh chemicals. See how my under eye looks really, really bright? It brightened up that under eye area. You guys, I haven't done a video in so long. I haven't put on, I just be, you know, to do a video, and I completely forgot to, you know, use my concealer in the areas I'm supposed to. So that's what I'm actually going in here and do. And I'm just kind of blending it out with that same powder puff, beauty blender that I use for my foundation. I'm just kind of blending that stuff out just around, you know, my upper lip, under my chin, and then try to snatch that nose a little bit. Trying to give my nose some type of definition. I don't have a big nose, but you know, just to give it some definition, make it look nice and snatched. Just kind of blending all that stuff in. So look at that. I mean, you cannot go wrong. That under eye, look, my under eye looks amazing. When I tell you that powder is so fine, it is so fine. And it's very, I mean, no powder, and it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't have any flashback, and it just, when you blend it, it blends out so well. It's just amazing. Here I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer, and I'll list the shades and everything down in the bottom. So I'm just going to kind of warm up my face a little bit, not much, like I said, because I don't use too much of heavy makeup. I just barely use, everything for me is light. I don't like to weigh down my face with makeup and stuff, and I don't wear makeup every day. That's another thing too. I wear it to do these videos or when I'm going out. So yeah, so just kind of warming up the face. And mind you, everything was kind of going wrong trying to film this video. Everything. One, it was storming. Two, my mother was calling. Oh, forget it. And then my video card kept saying it was full. I had to switch in between cameras. Forget it. Like, that's what I get for not sitting down and recording a video like I'm supposed to on a regular schedule. See, warm up that face nicely. And now I'm going in with my Fenty, well, I think this is in the shade Truffle. That's another my bronzer. And I love this. Like I said, I'm going to blend that out with my Morphe brush. I think I want to say that's my Morphe 439 or 437 brush. And I pretty much just kind of rub that into my face. And then I'm going to kind of like push it in a little bit more by just kind of patting on it, patting on my side, on that cheekbone area. Just warming up the face, giving the face a little bit of definition. Like I said, I don't care where, who, what. You are not getting me to put on a thick layer of makeup on my face. I like it light. Light. See, and here I go, just kind of patting it in there. Yeah, to me, it's always like less is better. You know, you still would be able to achieve that same flawless look. That's just for me. Anyone else, I don't knock what no one else does, because I am not a professional either. I'm just doing things how I like it to give me the look that I desire. So I'm just pretty much just kind of sharing some of this with you. Now, that was my Morphe setting spray. I have been trying to get to that new setting spray. I think by Milk, and I want to try that so bad, but I'm not getting the chance to do anything. Now this here, it's my Fenty, powder, and my Fenty bronzer, and I like to use this as a transition shade. It gives me the perfect eye color. Look, see what I tell you? I haven't done a makeup sit down. Look, I can't even hold my brush properly. It felt awkward. But I love to use this bronzer as my go-to eye transition shade, because it is the perfect color. It is the perfect color for a transition shade. You cannot go wrong. It's a bronzer for just about everything. And when Rihanna came out, when Fenty came out with this, they said the same thing. They use it for just everything, and you definitely can. That's why I said that's why I like about makeup. Makeup is not just for one standard thing. You can use it from multi-purpose. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, I can't talk. You can use it in so many different ways, and this is one of the ways that I use this bronzer. This is an old palette. This is a Huda Beauty Obsession palette, and that I love that. That's another old favorite of mine that I dip into every now and again, and just add a little more warmth into the eyes. And I have hooded eyes, so I have to, when I'm doing my makeup, I have to like give myself another, I don't know, the best person to describe the way how this is done is Alyssa Ashley, because she talks about hooded eyes, the way how it has to be done, and pretty much it's kind of hard to, it's like you have to raise that eye color a little bit more higher than normal. Now this is also another favorite eye palette of mine. It's the Tarte Like I said, I'm going to leave everything in the description box, and you'll be able, I'm just putting some eyeshadow over that just to give it a nice, I was just kind of, you know, trying to create a look. Even though I created this look before, but I kind of did a better job the second time around, like they always say. Just putting some eye color there, some nice shimmer eye color on there. Like a really light goldish kind of color, really light kind of gold color. If I wanted it to be a little bit more brighter, I could have, you know, put it, wet my brush and put it on white, or I could have put it on with my fingers, but I just wanted to go ahead and just put it on this way. You'll see I'm going to dip back into that Huda Beauty Obsession palette and get a darker color, like a chocolate color, and put it at the outer corner of my eyes. And this right here, there you go. You guys gonna see I packed this thing on pretty good, pretty nice, but forgot to blend out my little harsh lines and things like that. So it was like, I don't know what I was doing. It was, what day was this? I don't remember, a Saturday, a Sunday, and I had so much. I sat down there and I had so much going on at first. I had so much going on in my head, so my mind was just all over the place. And like I said, everything was going wrong. The phone was ringing, text message was going, and stuff like that. So yeah, so I could have blended that out a little bit more, but it's okay. It still came out pretty good. Yeah, I could just carry it, just blend it in a little bit more, which I was, but I didn't blend it out enough. See, I needed to blend it out a little bit more, take out some of those harsh lines that was there. But it still look good. Still look good. There you go, my go-to. And here is where I'm going to just warm up. Yeah, just warm me up a little bit more so I can look nice and golden, nice and tanned. It's summertime, so you know, at least the end of the summer coming on to the fall. So I just want to warm me up, you know, bronze out my cheekbones, my forehead. Oh yeah, underneath my jawline. Oh yeah, just warm me up, make everything look, you know, pretty warm and settled. Same palette, same bronzer, and this is where I'm going to just kind of I don't know, when my mind just went kind of blank. This is where I'm going to shape my nose. We're going to carve out the nose, make it look nice and snatched. And just, when I usually do this, I kind of take this all the way up into my eyebrows, so it would look, you know, nice and snatched from, you know, just taking the colors all the way up into my brows. See? It just carves out that nose perfectly. I'm going to take those two colors. Well, the first one is like an orange color. That's one that I put inside of my from my eyeshadow, and I'm just taking that and just putting it in my waterline, right underneath my waterline, just to give a little bit the eyes a little bit more definition, little drama. Yes. So this was like a, in that same Huda Beauty palette was like a little orangish color. Like I said, I'll leave all of that in the description below. And then I'm going to go back in with that same bronzer again and also add that color in there that I'm using from as a bronzer that I just shaped my nose with. Just giving it's a little bit more definition. Then I'm going to go with my highlighter from Fenty, and I want to say this is the Girl Next Door, but look in the description, everything is there. I want to say this is, yeah, that one, because it's my all-time favorite. I don't think you can really see it on the opposite side, but you kind of see it like right there. Then I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place, and I'm going to use my Juvia's Place Blush Palette Volume 2, I want to believe, but like I said, it's going to be in the description, and I'm trying to decide on which one to go with, so I'm going with those two. And I don't go with just one color when I'm doing my blush. I usually mix two color. It gives that nice warm feeling when you mix the two. So every time I put blush on, I'm always mixing two colors. So it's going to be more of a nice warm brown color and a nice more peachy, you know, cherry color, just to give it some warmth. And I love it because everyone talks about my cheeks. Oh, I have some nice plump cheeks. See, I'm too happy. Too happy with myself. You would think that I'm doing makeup for like the first time, and that's pretty much how it felt. Like I was just too happy. And I'm going to take that same highlighter color and put it in the inner corner of my eyes. And I went off camera to do my eyebrows. Not my eyebrows. I went off camera to do my lashes because it takes me a long time to do my lashes. A long time. So, and that was the look that I gotten. And this is my Colourpop from out the Shayla collection, the Proceed Shayla collection, and I love this lip liner. I mean, I don't know, the thing about that, it doesn't even sharpen, so I can't even sharpen it. When it's done, it's done. Then this is another favorite lipstick of mine by MAC. Oh, and I love the way how these two always combine. It's like my favorite go-to combination when it comes to my lip liner and that lip. Then this is also from the Shayla Proceed with Caution palette lip gloss, and I love it. It's a nice nude lip, and I love it for this look right here. It was amazing. This look came out so perfect. So perfect. And this is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like. And it's your girl, Miss Senseless.